How's it going, guys? Jake here, and today I'm starting a new Minecraft mod review series, and this time I'm going to be reviewing the Betweenlands. Now, the Betweenlands is a massive mod that adds a bunch of new creatures, items, armors, all that type of stuff into a new dimension called the Betweenlands, and it is made very well. It's one of my favorite mods, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, this mod does not add much to your overworld. It mainly adds this thing right here, which is called a Druidic Circle, and these you will find in a swamp biome, and they're pretty easy to find. Now, be careful when you approach it, because as soon as you do, you will have some dark druids that will start to spawn. Now, these guys, when they attack you, will typically have you levitate and then go over, so it's good when you have bodies of water around, and so, you know, if you hit a lily pad, you'll still take fall damage, so be very careful when fighting these guys. But you need to kill 4 of these guys in order to get some talisman pieces, and also, once you kill them, then you get those pieces, then you might as well want to destroy the spawner. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep facing them. So these right here are what the 4 talisman pieces look like. They're very simple, and some of them might drop duplicates, so you might have to kill more than 4, but I don't think so. And now, in this altar right here in the center, all you have to do is place those 4 pieces in, and then everyone surrounding will die. And then a nice animation happens. As you can see, the runes are pulsing to white, and everything's coming together to make this ultimate piece. It's got some very nice music that's playing. And kabushki, we now have this thing, and so we can go ahead and take this talisman piece out of there. And now we're done with this Druidic Circle. And also, you can harvest these blocks and stuff if you want to. I mean, they look pretty cool and all that. I've now left that swamp biome because I need a little bit more room, because I'm going to go ahead and set down a sapling and then right click it with the swamp talisman, and since there's enough room, I now have this swamp tree created, and these portals will teleport you to the Betweenland. Now I will break out and let you see what this tree looks like. It is a pretty big tree, kind of looks like a mushroom, I guess. And now all 4 of these portals will take you to the Betweenland, so it doesn't matter which one you walk out, but you go in, and then you're about to see something awesome. So you spawn in the wilderness. As you can see, there are several achievements that you can get. As soon as you step out, it is a dark, creepy world. So I've gone up a little bit to give you a little bit better of a view, and as you can see, well, it's a big wilderness that you are now inside of. And something that's even cooler and shows how amazing this mod is the sky. And so not only do you have these nice, cool kind of green stars, but you have some type, there are many different forms of this, but there's some type of crack or dimension area that where you can see into the overworld. And it's very interesting and very beautiful. And now also, this is the exact amount of light that you will have kind of forever. As you can hear, there's some creepy guys around here. But this level of light is what you have. There's no night or day or anything. You'll have this in your sky, and that is pretty much it. So you can also see that your portal tree comes with you after you walk through one of those types of portals, and so very easily you can walk right back into your other portal tree that is in your spawn world, as you can see. And I can leave right over here. So I quickly made a new portal tree in another world just because I'm wanting to show you as much of this mod as I possibly can. And one of the things that I just talked about is my favorite part of this mod is the hole in the sky going into the overworld. And now this is another version of the sky that you can have. So in the other world, I had this thing crack going through the sky, and in this world, you now have a much larger hole in the center of it and nothing else going around. And finally, here is another version of the sky. As you can see, it's not up above you, and you can see several more green stars that look awesome. It is instead to the side of you. And now this is one of many versions, of course. These side ones, in my opinion, are some of the best, just because it's just so awesome. So in this first episode, I wanted to just do a quick overview of this world and the basic things that you're going to need in order to start surviving here. So we've got many different biomes. First, we have the coarse islands. Next, the deep waters, the marsh, patchy islands, sludge plains, and finally swamplands. So that's pretty much it for the biomes up here on the surface, but if I go ahead and mine down a little ways, we'll enter a new type of biome that's called the caverns. and boy oh boy is it creepy. So you're going to need night vision or something when exploring this place, because as you can see it is pitch black. So I'm going to go ahead and get some night vision just so that you guys can see what's going on in this crazy place down here. So we have some stalactites and mites and all that stuff. We have some cool ores that I'll get into later, and as you can see it is, well, just a big cavern for you to explore. But be very careful, as I've already said, because there are plenty of mobs lurking around in here. And if you already thought that these caverns by themselves were scary or tough, you haven't entered the next layer of caverns, called rock bottom, or deep caverns if you want to call them that. And as you can see, the rock has changed, and there are a bunch of creepy sounds going on because this place is infested with guys like this. Now I'll get into what these guys can do and stuff later, but this is just a quick overview of some of these biomes that you'll face. Now at the bottom of the rock bottom area, there will be these lakes full of, as you can see, some fish and some other stalactites and stuff like that. And so you can swim around in there, but beneath this by, I don't know, around 20 blocks, you then hit bedrock. But this is not that friendly of a place. The next thing I want to go over are some cool events that can happen in the Betweenlands. Now you can see it's a little bit darker, and that is because it is nighttime in the overworld, and as you can see it has a nice cool effect showing through the crack that's in the sky. But some cool events that can happen are the auroras, a blood sky, dense fog, heavy rain, a rift, a snowfall, spook, thunderstorm, and winter. Now, spook and winter, those are cool events that happen during those times of year of Halloween and Christmas, and I'll be happy to showcase those when it is that time of year. And those kind of change the land around it to match that type of season. The blood sky, it's kind of like the blood moon in my Minecraft modded survival. Oh my gosh, there's so many mobs around my house. In that, a bunch of undead will spawn when you have that blood sky, so be very careful when that happens. So while I'm waiting for this dense fog that decided to happen in this world to go away, I'm going to go over the basic things that you need to pay attention to or know when entering this crazy world. And one of the first things you're going to notice is the decay bar that is above your hunger bar. And now this bar is, well, pretty annoying because it's showing you that the air in this biome is poisonous and it is slowly decaying you. Your skin will start to turn green as the bar goes down, and then it will decrease your maximum health the more and more it goes on. So it needs to be stopped, and to do that you have to consume certain things like balls of sap, weeping blue petals, sap jello, and all that stuff, but I'll get into those items later. Another thing you need to know is that a bunch of items that normally work in the overworld don't work in here. Like torches. If you're to set down a torch, it'll go from a normal torch to a damp torch. And then beds don't work, clocks don't work, flint and steel doesn't work, stuff like that. Another thing I want to let you know is that this biome just kind of depletes the efficiency of all your tools or items that you come in here with, such as a diamond sword. So one of the basic swords, which is kind of like wood level in overworld that you can make in this biome, is like a weedwood sword, but a diamond sword, if brought from the overworld into this place, won't even be as good as one of the basic swords you can make here. So that's just the perspective of be very careful of the stuff you bring. Don't bring any food or potions, in that they will change from normal food to rotten flesh, and then from normal potions to tainted potions, which don't do anything good for you anymore. So that's some basic information of some stuff that you shouldn't bring, watch out for, and all that type of stuff. And now, hopefully this fog goes away soon. I just had a realization. This is the Betweenlands. That rift in the sky is only an event. This is the actual Betweenlands right here. What was that? Ooh. I think that's a rift. Ooh, that's a rift forming, all right. I guess it's daytime now. Wow, that is cool. Well, that's pretty much it for part 1 of the Betweenlands. This was just a quick overview of the world, biomes, events, and some structures, and also a few beginner tips on getting started in this new world. I really love this mod, and there's so much to go over, and that's what I'm going to do in the next parts, going over mobs, some items, getting into more detail of all the things that I've already gone over. And so there's a lot more to come, and I'm really looking forward to it. But for right now, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. Also, comment down below any questions you might have with this mod as we get into it in more detail. Also, any other mods that you might want me to review, you can put that down in the comments below as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. High five.